This is timeanddate.com, and you are watching the final eclipse of 2026. It is a very deep partial lunar eclipse. Checking on our timeline on the left-hand side of the screen, maximum eclipse is at 0412 UTC. So that's around about 25 minutes from now. That's when that darker side of the moon is going to be covering 96% of the moon's disk. That's as deep as we get tonight. On the screen at the moment, we have in our main image, coming from the Time and Date Mobile Observatory in Seville, in Spain. This is Stefan Thorsen and Konstantin Bikos. Anna, there we can see, we've got that little sort of a brighter part of the moon still on the right-hand side, but now the left side of the moon, we can start to see now that it's got that distinctive reddish tint.
Yes.
That we can see during a deep lunar eclipse. In the top right corner, we have an image there coming in from Medellin in Colombia. That's Andres Torres. Anna, it's looking different to the moon in Seville because it's looking at it from a different part of the world.
Exactly.
It's looking at it from closer to the equator. It's also a different time of night there. Here in Europe, in Spain, where the moon is heading down towards the horizon. In Colombia, it's still the middle of the night and the moon is much higher in the sky. Also, we have their picture coming in from Moncton in New Brunswick, Canada. That is Chris Kerwin and Mike Powell. And in both those images, we can just see that we've just got that little, that small sliver of brighter moon that will be getting slowly thinner and thinner over the next 20 minutes.
And you might have noticed that they're fine-tuning their exposure. They're trying to kind of keep it so that we can see the eclipse. So, they're really working hard there in the background for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So Colombia is in a great position for tonight's lunar eclipse because it is the middle of the night. The moon is really nice and high in the sky. The challenge with Colombia, we always knew this, of course, is that they do have a lot of clouds in that part of the world. And we're so happy that we've got these wonderful clear skies in Medellin. Other parts of Colombia, it's more of a battle against the clouds, including in Bogota, where they're fighting the clouds there. And to hear all about this, we're going to go and have a chat now with Maria Gracia Batista. She's at the University of the Andes in Bogota. And okay, there she is on the screen now. Hi.
How are you guys? Very happy, very honored to be here with you.
Very, very nice to have you. And how is the eclipse going? Have you been able to see the moon a bit? And how... And where are you at the moment? And your backdrop is amazing. It looks like you're in an observatory there.
Thank you. Well, right now I'm streaming from the Astronomical Observatory of the Universidad de los Andes here in Bogota, Colombia, not Colombia, by the way. It's a very common confusion. And well, let me introduce you. The most important thing in here, and of course not me, is the telescope.
Wow.
It's the third biggest one in the country. It's a 16-inch telescope, which is not that big, of course, comparing with other telescopes around the world. But here in Colombia, the clouds and especially the zinc, the thermal stability of the atmosphere is not that good for having telescope of meters of diameter. So for our condition, 16 inches like good enough. Higher than that, bigger than that, we will need other optical instrument for
Yeah.
compacting the images, so it won't worth it.
No.
Yeah.
And yes, I've been able to see the moon like a few seconds around, and then it's cloudy again. So the battle
Oh,
that you mentioned,
yeah.
just too accurate.
Fingers crossed that it'll clear up around Max.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
my
Yeah,
feet are
fingers crossed.
already crossed already.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Now, Maria, we've all been following the recent terrible news that's been coming out of Colombia. Could you tell us a little bit about how you and your colleagues across the country have been responding to the recent earthquakes?
Thank you for asking, Graham. And well, the situation was very hard for us because, well, at least here in the capital in Bogota, it was just, the we were scared, the surprise of the situation, but we didn't struggle that much with damage in buildings and with houses. But in other places in Colombia, they took the worst part. I mean, the coffee region is really very damaged. Many people right now without their homes, with our school, with our places, markets and universities. So in here, all everything is like going on like every day, but in those places it's like time just stuck, and they are trying to recovering and start over. And that's something that we try with astronomy, with the outreach, try to share, like with this lunar eclipse and with other activities, like uh, beside the sad situation, still
Mm,
something pretty, something nice to think about, something to be amazed with the
mm,
sky. So we use astronomy as a tool for have better thoughts and better feelings about what is happening.
mm,
Yeah, yeah.
mm.
That's a beautiful message.
It is, and it's something that we also find that it's very unifying, and to have this awe looking up at the sky. So it's important to have these things in tough times. It's what a beautiful way to put it, Maria. Yeah, and
Thank you.
you were talking about outreach, Colombian Astronomy Network. You've been doing amazing work for more than 20
Thank
years,
you.
and what are your favorite projects?
Well, I only have been part just half of that time, but still, in those 10 years, I'm very happy with how fast we have been growing, how strong the community have become,
Mm,
because we have been trying to focus to approach this outreach to work in the hand with the professors, with the teachers in different schools
mm,
and university, try to settle new science clubs, so the students to get involved, because in here in Colombia, astronomy is not part of the main education program. So professors try to introduce
yeah.
astronomy in their subjects, and that's something that is very helpful because astronomy is very pretty, very interesting, very is
Mm,
part of the movies, is part of the books, is part of the news, with everything that is going on, with Artemis and with other lunar programs. So
mm,
it's a good tool for the kids to relate science with something funny, with something friendly, something close, because
mm,
normally science is like very scary, like it's
yeah.
very hard to understand, with equations, with the numbers, something that they don't want to get involved with. So astronomy is a good tool to link different part of the science, and of course art. And
Mm.
I'm not able to connect with kitchen. That's the only thing with gastronomy. But besides that, I think astronomy can be linked with almost everything. and that's what we do. And of course, we outreach, on the streets, yeah, sharing the telescopes, the binoculars, the talks,
Mm,
visiting. So people don't only have to go to the planetaries or come to the
yeah,
universities, to the observatories. So we go outside and share the what we know about astronomy, and of course those topics with is related with the university, so people can see the channel from the schools to
yeah,
do investigation, to do the research in a professional way. So
yeah.
last year we started with a PhD here in Colombia. So the message is that you don't have to leave your country if you want to become a professional astronomer here in Colombia.
Wow.
That's great, and that's another super inspiring message
Mm,
there. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Maria, thank you so much for having a chat with us tonight.
Thank
We
you.
are we're keeping everything crossed that you're going to get a break in the
mm,
clouds. We're about 15 minutes
mm,
away from maximum eclipse, so that's roughly the halfway point
mm,
in tonight's eclipse. It's roughly the halfway point in our broadcast. We
mm.
still have another 2 hours to go. So, Maria, we are determined that we're going to bring some of your telescope images to the screen
Of course.
before then. For now, we can see there, right, Moncton, Canada
Mm,
in the top right, Seville, Spain in the main image. We can see that, the moon is turning a kind of a very dull reddish color
mm.
there. Anna, when we come back, we're going to be having a chat with Konstantin Bikos, who
Yep.
is on the ground there in Seville, and he can tell us a little bit more about how the colors that he's
Yeah.
seeing from on the ground there. But yeah, we still have 2 hours coming up, so don't go anywhere. Keep watching us. And Maria, thank you so much again for that great
Thank you,
interview.
guys.
And hey, we will be back soon.
You're watching almost a total lunar eclipse here on timeanddate.com. We have just past maximum. And, if you feel like you missed it, you haven't. It's a gradual thing. We're looking at it. We're looking at what it's going to be looking at for a little while the Earth's inner dark shadow moves away from the moon's surface again. We're looking at a beautiful image here from San Diego in the US, from Gary from the San Diego Astronomy Association, and he's got that, the moon's kind of brownish there as well. So it seems to be a browny red moon this time.
Yeah, I mean, just a reminder there that we're looking at 3 images there from San Diego, from Seville, from Moncton. We are all looking at the same eclipse. This is the same bit of the Earth's shadow on the same bit of the moon's face. We are seeing slightly different shading. That's because we're using different equipment at different locations. It's because the moon is at a different height in the sky. The atmospheric conditions are different. We're also seeing a different orientation there. We get that because people are looking at the moon from different perspectives on the Earth. I mean, Seville and San Diego, they're both in the northern hemisphere, but we can see that the orientation of the moon is different. That's because in San Diego, it's Thursday evening and the moon is rising. In Seville, in Spain, it's early Friday morning and the moon is setting. And as the moon travels across the sky, it kind of rotates above us. So, we're seeing a lot of, there's a lot of good astronomy on the screen here.
Definitely a lot of good astronomy on the screen. And it just shows that even though we're looking at the same moon, it can look slightly different, but we're looking at the same event at the same time, which is kind of nice and warm and fuzzy, I reckon. Here in Stavanger, the skies are really brightening and I'm seeing some beautiful sunrise colors already on the sky. I did see a little break in the clouds and I ran out to see if I could see something, but the break was in the wrong spot. So good call for us for cancelling Ada and her mobile observatory here in Stavanger. Sunrise is in about 15 minutes here in Stavanger, and also pretty close to sunrise in Spain, a little bit later than here. And we're going to be talking to Konstantin Bikos in our mobile observatory in Seville in Spain. I managed to say it. So Konstantin, see if we can get him. There he is. Hello, Konstantin.
Hello, Graham.
Hey. So it's 6:15 in the morning, local time. And, you and Stefan have been doing another night shift. And how are you guys? How are you doing? How are you holding up?
Well, I guess we're running on fumes and energy drinks, as always, these trips. We had a really, really tight schedule this time. Not a lot of sleep, a lot of running around and driving around, obviously. And even now, we're struggling and fighting to get you those pictures. We had some trouble with connectivity to send you the pictures, basically, to the main studio. And there's always something to be done, and we're getting a little bit tired now as well. But it's a lot of fun. It's a great adventure, as always.
Yeah, I mean, you and Stefan have been on an epic eclipse chase in recent days. I mean, we normally associate eclipse chasing with a solar eclipse where you just have to get to the right bit of the globe to see it. I mean, a lunar eclipse, it's visible from anywhere on the nighttime side of Earth. So in theory, it should be a lot simpler to catch. But I mean, there are other factors at play. And you and Stefan have had a bit of a struggle with this one.
Yes, lunar eclipses being easier is the theory. That's the operative word here. So I think here in Seville, in beautiful Andalusia, Spain, it's probably the only cloudless area in Western Europe at the moment. We really had a hard time this time finding that tiny gap in the clouds here in Europe. So what we normally do when we plan these trips is we look at the data of the eclipse itself, obviously, where it is visible. We had to go as far west as possible in Europe without having to leave the continent, obviously, to be able to see the full eclipse before the moon sets. So that kind of limited us already a little bit. And then we looked at Western Europe, the cloud cover that we have data on timeanddate.com, also for our users to see in the eclipse maps. You can see where it's most likely to be clear skies, and we all of that pointed to Portugal, which has not a lot of cloud cover normally, but the weather gods were against us this time, so we booked our flights to Portugal, but then it was clear from when the first reliable weather forecast started to tick in that it's not going to be the place to be, unfortunately. We would have liked to stream it from Portugal. So we flew to Lisbon, but had to go on another, as always, another big long road trip. And we ended up in this, we found this tiny gap in the clouds here in Seville. And it's holding up for now. So well done to the weather forecasters. Yeah, it was reliable. But at the same time, the clouds are moving towards the east all the time, and lunar eclipse takes such a long time, so we had to find a place where the whole eclipse for several hours will be visible, and we're still hoping that the new cloud front doesn't move in before the end of the eclipse. It's looking good for now.
Yeah, I'm exhausted listening. Just listening to all that. Wow.
And as you say, there's always that weighing up between theory and practice. Like in theory,
Yes.
This is easier. In practice, it's different. And in theory, you have an hour and a half ago or so until the moon sets. In practice, it's going to get lighter. There might be something on the horizon. What is your in practice situation where you are?
Yes, that's a good point. We have quite sophisticated data and instruments that allow us to plan the location, the actual location of where we stream from. But what we can't plan for is the obstacles in the immediate vicinity of where we are. That's impossible to plan. So we can't plan for trees. And there's a big tree actually in our line of sight. So I think we will lose sight of the moon a little bit earlier than we had hoped, but maybe 10-15 minutes. But we're still going to see nearly to the end.
Oh, that's good. And another theory and practice thing is like the color of the moon, because we're looking at San Diego's moon here on the screen, and it's kind of brown, red, rusty, kind of almost not red, like it's very brown. And we're looking at a very silvery, almost purpley kind of moon from Spain there. So, but when you've been outside and looked up, what color do you see?
Yes, good question. The picture you see from here, from Seville, in the corner there, is a little bit. We try to get out the colors a little bit more, so we expose it a little bit more. It's actually similarly to the eclipse earlier this year when we were in California. It's actually looks very, very dark. It looks a little bit more like the San Diego picture. So, and also because you have that sliver of really bright light at the edge, the dark side looks even darker now. So you can hardly actually see it in the sky. It looks very, very dark brownish.
Wow. Well, then it's quite accurate. But what Gary's getting us there from San Diego.
Yeah.
But and it's always different when you look at it yourself and you can kind of see everything at the same time. With the telescope, you have to decide how do you want to expose and how do you and where do you want to, put your focus. So it changes the way that the moon looks. So if you had a chance, I see that you're inside now, but I'm assuming you're outside monitoring the telescope most of the time. Constantine?
Yes, exactly. Yes. Well, we had to go inside for the interview because we're in a residential area and people are still sleeping around us. So I had to be considerate.
That's very considerate of you. Well, we are moving into the second half of this eclipse. We're past max. The Earth's dark inner shadow is going to move away from the moon. And so there's still some show to go, an hour and a half-ish.
And we're going to be talking to Gary Hawkins San Diego next. So we can also get a naked eye report from on the ground in San Diego.
Yeah. So we will be back here very soon. Go to timeanddate.com and take a look at what we have there. And thank you, Constantine, for braving yourself in and talking to us this morning.
Thank you. Nice to talk to you. Bye.
Bye. watching an almost total lunar eclipse here on timeanddate.com. And we are looking at a beautiful eclipsed moon there from San Diego in California, USA. And yeah, the bright side is brightening and the dark side is darking, and it's just looking awesome. And we do have Gary Hawkins with us from San Diego. There he is, and he has been capturing these beautiful images of the eclipsed full moon for us. And it's evening time in San Diego, Gary, and you managed to enjoy a bit of moonrise. And how has the eclipse been looking from the ground in Southern California?
Well, it's certainly the evening here. It's about 9:45. I'm sitting with my colleague, Dave Decker from the San Diego Astronomy Association. Dave is next to me. And this is kind of amusing, right? The telescope is about 25 feet away from where I am. But because of what I do these days in terms of science, I'm actually remoting into that scope. So I can't actually see the moon unless I get up, walk into the living room and stare out through the door. So I'm only seeing what's on the screen at the moment. But when I have gone out, it's kind of fairly similar to what we're showing. There's a reddish hue on the dark side. We're kind of overexposing on the bright side at the moment.
Oh no. Oh, I think we lost him.
It looks like we've lost Gary in San Diego there. We'll just see if we can get him back.
Yeah.
This is story of modern day astronomy here. He's not actually outside peering into a telescope eyepiece. He's inside running everything remotely, and then he's actually got to walk outside to go and see the moon. But interestingly, his report on how it was actually looking in the sky was sounding similar-ish to Konstantin's comments about how it was looking from on the ground in Spain.
And you can really see that up in the corner there from Seville, Spain. You can see the red brownish side of the moon there, and then that bright sliver of normal full moon, we can say, when the Earth's shadow is moving off the moon's surface, as you can see there. And there we've got Gary back. Gary, are you with us again?
It appears so. We appear to get blocked in the video feed there for a couple of seconds.
Excellent. Well, you're back, and that's great. And by the way, we were also.
And he's gone. Oh, it's.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to go away, and we're going to figure out what's happening with the connection through to California there, and then we're gonna come back momentarily, and we're going to continue the interview with Gary. So we'll be back super shortly, and in the meantime, just enjoy that beautiful image of the moon from Gary's telescope in San Diego in the main screen, and we'll be back very shortly.
You're still watching almost a total lunar eclipse here on timeanddate.com, and we've had a few hiccups with our connection there with Gary Hawkins, and he's back finally. And we were talking about what the moon looks like in the sky, and you were telling me that you had to go outside because you have a remote setup, and you told us a little bit about what the moon was looking like, but let's just recap that since we had all the fiddly bits in between.
Yes, so we started the evening with cloud. You can probably tell from my feed that's sitting in the top corner there that we've got cloud coming back through again. But in the period in between when we were at maximum eclipse, we were seeing a nice image of the moon, a nice red glow on the dark side, and somewhat overexposed even with the eye on the bright side of the moon.
Yeah.
So it was quite pretty here for about an hour, but as you can see, it's kind of got a bit smudgy again.
Yeah. By the way, we were also interested to know that your colleague from the San Diego Astronomy Association, Dave Decker, is there helping you with the stream tonight. That's
Dave,
great, Anna.
Right next to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's great. Well, do say hi.
Yeah.
Anna and I caught up with Dave at the in Texas.
Yeah.
At the
Great American Eclipse.
At the Great American Eclipse. So hi Dave. And now, I mean, Gary, when you're not streaming eclipses, your main interest in astronomy these days is to do with red dwarf stars. So what are those exactly?
So I guess for about the last 3 years now, I've been involved with a group called the Red Dwarf Group. We look at red dwarf stars. A red dwarf is a fairly cool star, and actually about 75% of the stars in our Milky Way are red dwarf stars. So they're the most the star type that you see the most in the sky. And some of these stars are actually really interesting because of their fast rotational period. That creates a lot of magnetic stress in the chromosphere, and then that creates stellar flares. And so if you are a exoplanet orbiting one of these red dwarf stars, you're going to be affected by the flares kind of in the same way that we are affected by solar flares coming from the sun. The big difference, though, is that the type of flare that we can see on a red dwarf star is significantly larger than anything that you will see coming from the sun. To give you an example, last year, so 2025, we probably viewed the largest ground-based, it was probably the observation of the largest ground-based flare for a flare star. And basically within the period of about 3 minutes, the star increased in brightness associated with the flare by 67 times.
Wow.
Now, if you were obviously on the Earth and, the sun suddenly increased in magnitude 67 times, I think it would be a pretty dramatic event. And that's what makes the study of this type of star really interesting, because if there are exoplanets, particularly if they sit within the Goldilocks zone, then there's obviously the possibility of life. And so we're, basically the studies are all about looking at how life might survive in that type of environment.
Yeah. And the Red Dwarf group that you coordinate, this is a network of astronomers gathering data and observing these stars.
Yeah, so the Red Dwarf Group was formed back in 2021 and initially run by Bob Buckheim. Bob ran the group for about 2 and a bit years. And then I took over and I've been running the group since then. We have about, at any given point in time, probably about 20 active members, mainly observing from the US and Europe. We do actually have one observer at the moment who's got a remote site down in Chile. And we spend hundreds of hours of observing time looking at these red dwarf stars. And in particular, two. This time of year, our favorite star is a star called EV Lactera, more commonly known as EV Lac. And then in the winter period, we tend to look at a star called AD Leo. These are both very active flare stars. And to give you an example, my observatory actually runs completely autonomously. The observatory opens up when it gets dark. It will be on that star all night, probably imaging at about once every 30 seconds. We collect thousands of images over that period of time and then do the analysis to see if we picked up flares. And then we might have 10, 15 scopes doing that, across the US and European theaters at any given time. We're mainly an amateur group, but we are actually also working with the University of Colorado at the moment and Rice University. We've worked with Arizona State University in the past, and we definitely like to take the opportunity to work with, some of our colleagues in the academic space as well, because obviously they can bring a lot of knowledge to the table, particularly on the physical aspects of what we're actually observing.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons I think that, our project is kind of interesting is the academic observers, they can't dedicate hundreds and hundreds of hours of observing time to look at these stars. They will look at the stars for a couple of nights and hope that they capture something interesting. There are, of course, space-based telescopes such as TESS that will look at these stars for 27-day periods. And they'll collect data in for that 27 days, which is a lot of data, but it's still a small block. Whereas we're able to collect data for, over multiple years. And that allows us to look at things like, do these flare stars exhibit similar sunspot cycles to what we see on the sun? Are there minimum and maximum? And so that requires long-term study. So yeah, it's a fascinating project. If anybody is out there listening and they want to get involved in the citizen science side, look up the Red Dwarf Group, particularly through the AAVSO, which is the American Association of Variable Star Observers, and get in contact with me, and we'll be happy to have you on board.
Well, that's a great message to put out, and and that is fascinating work. And Anna, it is amazing. Astronomy is one of those branches of science where the amateur sector does such amazing work and makes such important contributions to the field.
And I do think that eclipses do the same, like especially the solar eclipse we had a couple of weeks ago. I can imagine reaching a whole new audience of young, aspiring astronomers getting excited about what's happening in the sky. And I've been super excited about this eclipse season. It's really fun to have one where you can get a total solar eclipse and such a deep lunar eclipse as this, having two very good eclipses in the same season. And I'm also super excited about eclipses to come in the next couple of years. We're in a run of solar eclipses at the moment. We've got an annular eclipse and a total solar next year, and it goes on. And you can check out all those eclipses on timeanddate.com. You can go in and see eclipses way into the future, like way past my lifespan at least. We're also going to talk a little bit about upcoming eclipses when we get back. Thank you so much, Gary, for hooking up with us and telling us all about the moon and about the red dwarfs. And we will be back soon.
Yeah, so
You're still watching our almost total lunar eclipse here on timeanddate.com, and we're looking at some beautiful images from Moncton in Canada. They seem to be able to blow away those clouds, and we can really tell that the moon's face is getting bigger again. Like we're getting the Earth's shadow is moving away from the moon's face. Same in San Diego and same in Seville in Spain. So it's all coming to an end for this eclipse season. We learned that Constantine has a tree in his line of sight for the mobile observatory. So we're hoping to keep those images from Seville in Spain up running as soon as we can. We were talking to Gary in a break here, and he promised to keep his images running for as long as we needed them, because his moon is still moving up in the sky while the moon in Spain is moving down under the horizon. So yeah, same moon but different places on Earth. We're also coming to the end of this eclipse season. Eclipse seasons are only like 6 months apart, so we don't really have too long of a wait, and we are in a beautiful run of solar eclipses now. We had this wonderful one 2 weeks ago in Spain, and there are a couple more coming up, right, Graham?
That's right. So eclipses come in pairs. When we have a lunar eclipse like tonight, that happens at full moon. When we have a lunar eclipse, we will also find at a new moon next door, either the new moon before or the new moon after, we will find a solar eclipse. And as you say, Anna, this happens roughly 6 months apart. So roughly speaking, we have a couple of these eclipse pairs per year. And interestingly, that we see a shift in the balance of how the Earth, Moon, and Sun align. So if we have a really good solar eclipse, it tends to give us a not quite perfect lunar eclipse, a partial eclipse or a penumbral eclipse. Likewise, if we have a really a perfect long total lunar eclipse, that normally gives us just a partial solar eclipse somewhere on the globe. And yeah, we see that the balance kind of slowly shifts over a couple of years, and we are entering a couple of years where we do have a really good run of solar eclipses accompanied by not such deep lunar eclipses. So coming up 6 months from now, we have an annular solar eclipse. An annular solar eclipse is where the moon is a little bit further away from Earth, and so it's a little bit smaller in the sky. It's not big enough to cover the sun completely, so we're left with this sort of bright ring of sunlight around the dark moon. We have that on February 6th next year. The path of annularity, where you can see this ring of fire, as it's called, that is going to sweep across the southern bit of South America and then go across the Atlantic and just reach the west coast of Africa. Our good friend in Chile, Thomas Puzia, at the Institute of Astrophysics at PUC. There is, we're hoping he's going to be able to put together an expedition.
He's already getting excited about that. So we're putting the pressure on so that Thomas can put together an expedition so he can catch the eclipse for us from Chile.
Exactly right. 6 months after that, on August 2nd,
off to Spain.
We're off to Spain again. Yeah. This is another total solar eclipse. Here, the path of totality, it crosses the very southern tip of Spain, the northern bit of Morocco and North Africa. It then goes across Egypt and includes 6.5 minutes of totality near Luxor in Egypt.
Shivers.
Really one of the big total solar eclipses of the century.
Yes.
6 months after that, going into 2028, we have another annular solar eclipse on January 26th. Here, the path of annularity, it goes across the northern bit of South America, and then it goes across the Atlantic, and it just reaches Europe, Spain again, that it just reaches before sunset, and the path of annularity comes to an end. And then 6 months after that, July 22nd in 2028, another total solar eclipse. This one is it's a big Australia and New Zealand show. The path of annularity going across Australia, including the city of Sydney, Australia, and then across to New Zealand, where the city of Dunedin will see totality. And for that one, we're going to be teaming up again with our old friend Matt Woods at Perth Observatory in Australia.
And he's been working with us, I don't know how many times now. So, but he's lining himself up there, right up with the eclipses, and we've got Matt right up there with the eclipses as well. And speaking of Matt, there's going to be a lunar eclipse after this run of solar eclipses. The balance is going to shift again just a little bit, and on New Year's Eve, we call it the New Year's blood moon already, in December 31st, 2028, there's going to be a big lunar eclipse again. And it's going to be seen in Europe, Asia, Africa, and Australia. We have Matt Woods lined up for that as well. So lots and lots and lots of fun eclipses to come. And it sounds really far away and into the future, but suddenly they're there. Like, it just happens so quickly. And we are nearing the end of this eclipse, and that's why I like to comfort myself with all these other eclipses coming up. But as mentioned, Time and Date has all you need to know about eclipses coming up on our website. So go to timeanddate.com and take a look. And make sure you hit the subscribe button so you get all these events live from Graham and I here at the Time and Date studio, either out in the field or here in Stavanger HQ. And don't go anywhere yet, because we're going to pop up on your screen once more before the Earth's shadow has left the moon's surface. So we will see you soon. You're watching almost total lunar eclipse here on timeanddate.com, and we can see the moon in Spain there, going behind that tree, that famous tree that Cosmo told us all about. It is happening. The tree that was in line of sight. These are the practical issues that you meet when you're live streaming any eclipse. There's you have to think about connection, you have to think about cloud cover, and then you have to predict where it's going to be good weather, and then you don't know, and you have to drive to it. So there's a lot of things going on, and now we can see that tree in the line of sight. So well done, Stefan Thorsen and Konstantin Bikos, for getting us these beautiful, beautiful images of the lunar eclipse.
This is a great moon set.
Yes, moon setting into the tree. Bad luck to Ada Opperhaus. She was supposed to be jotting about here in the Stavanger area, getting the eclipse from here near Stavanger and our Time and Date HQ. But speaking of Time and Date HQ, well done to the team in the room behind us. They have been working hard. We have had lots of issues tonight. I want to thank Arjen Rexai, Daniel Liland, Andy Ardner, Renate Møland-Hus, Ine Marie Thorsen, Sarah Kornberg, Ellie Elliott, Anja Smith, and Adalbert Michelik. It's been a ride, this show. It's we said we were in for an easy one. Lunar eclipses are slow, but there's always stuff happening and stuff going wrong during lunar eclipses and solar eclipses. So yeah, but we've also got lots of partners to thank.
Yes. So, I mean, firstly, Anna, the feeds that we didn't see tonight because of clouds and because of rain. So Thomas Puzia and his team at the Institute of Astrophysics at PUC in Santiago in Chile. We didn't get a feed from Thomas, but we did get a very interesting interview about the colors of eclipses and about interstellar comets and all sorts there. Neil Sanders in the UK, who runs the amazing network Go Stargazing, he was all set up and ready to go in the north of England, but clouds and rain there. Our good friends at the Agder Astronomy Society, Steinar Tolvardsen and his colleagues there in Kristiansand, in the very south of Norway. Again, clouds and rain there. We've also been really battling the clouds in Colombia tonight. We've been working with Angela Perez and her colleagues at the Colombia Astronomy Network. And we always knew Colombia was going to be difficult in terms of clouds. We're very fortunate that we did get some great images from Medellin. They came from Andres Torres at the Metropolitan Technological Institute in Medellin, and we really enjoyed some lovely images from there. Fortunately, we never quite got to see the images from Bogota.
No.
We had Maria Gracia Batista. She was at the University of the Andes in Bogota. But again, we did get to see Maria in her dome. There with her, and we saw her telescope.
Yes.
It was just too much cloud there. Also Mario Vargas at the Orion Interstellar Camp in Huila, which is out in the Tatacoa Desert. Again, just a struggle with the conditions tonight. As we really say goodbye to the moon there in Seville, really getting down into the tree.
We can see that on that wide feed there too. We got the moon hiding behind the tree.
Right. Yeah. That's what we're looking at. It does remind us actually just how quickly the moon and the sun do move across the sky. It never looks like they're moving, but when you see it at moonset, when you see it at sunset, it really does remind you that it's racing across the sky at a fair clip. Of course, we've also had some great success stories tonight in terms of the weather. We've got really lucky in San Diego, and we can see the beautiful moon from San Diego there. That's Gary Hawkins at the San Diego Astronomy Association, and thanks again, Gary, for the great chat earlier. And on the road in Eastern Canada, is Chris Kerwin and Mike Powell from the Sunday Night Astronomy Show on Chris's Astronomy by the Bay Facebook page. They really went eclipse chasing. They relocated about 100 miles from St. John in New Brunswick to a site near Moncton. And they've just come up on the main screen there.
They are.
And,
look at that.
Yeah, that's wonderful job there. So thank you to all of our partners for heroic battles tonight.
It really is, and we know all about it. So they're battling the cold, they're battling the technical things. There's always something going on when we do these live streams. But that's it for 2026 eclipse wise. However, there's always interesting things happening in the night sky, and we have news stories that come out monthly on the Moon Guide and the Sky Guide, and I'll tell you what's going on, what kind of moon phase is happening. And I'm excited about is that the harvest moon and Saturn are going to have a close approach and rise together on the day of the harvest moon on September 26th. So I'm super excited about that. So thank you for watching this eclipse here on timeanddate.com. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to go in and take a look at timeanddate.com and bookmark us. And we are going to see you again next year.